Hi, I'm Jay, the owner of JustNewListings.com Realty, and I thought I would give you an update on the Arlington, Virginia condo market, in particular the Orange Line, the Ballston, Clarendon Courthouse, Roslyn Orange Line condo niche. Now, if you Google Arlington, Virginia condos, I'm number one, and if you Google something even more niche-y, such as Clarendon condos, Arlington real estate, I'm probably number 1, 2, and 3 in Google, as I also have the other website, theorangeline.net. My point being, if you're thinking about buying a condo on the Orange Line, my team is who you should be talking to, and we will protect you financially. There's some interesting things happening in the market, some big shifts in terms of data and trends relating to prices, days on market, inventory, that kind of thing. So let's look at it and show you what's going on and give you a better understanding of the marketplace here in 2011. We are now kicking into the spring market, and with the spring market inherently comes more activity, a lot more showings, and usually more contracts, etc. So let's see what's actually happening there, crunching the numbers. First chart I'm going to show you is median days on market. This is going back 2 years. That way you have some perspective, seeing before seeing it currently, as well as during the the government interference in the marketplace scenario with the tax credit that was meant to stimulate the economy and the real estate industry, etc. So check this out here. You have, during the government tax credit, the average days on market to sell a condo in 22201, which is the general Clarendon area, plummeted from 107 down to like 70. That's a huge decrease in the amount of time to sell a property. Since then, it went straight back up to where it was before. It's amazing how that works, isn't it? So I really think that a lot of people just shifted their calendar dates to their purchasing transaction and listing transaction. A lot of people scooted their transaction up to meet the government calendar date for the stimulus, and after that it's just slowed way down, because now instead of listing, those people already listed before because they were trying to get in on the frenzy that was going on last year. So interesting, sort of funny. 48% increase in the days on market is where we're at compared to a year ago, and it's been really kicked in around September and has been going steadily that way. I expect it to sort of flatten out going the rest of the year, for what it's worth. Then you have the Arlington County days on market as a whole, also going back to a year ago from February to February 11. We're up 53%. So the point being that in the Clarendon niche, which tends to be the hottest real estate market in Arlington, at least for condos, it's much more extreme. You have higher days on market compared to the rest of the county. Here we're going to look at the three main parts of the Orange Line market. You have Roslyn. This is the lowest demand on the Orange Line in terms of buyers wanting to buy homes and requesting showings from me, etc. Here we've gone on the average days on market. There is now at 126 days on market is the average to sell a home. And then Ballston and Clarendon are sitting even Steven there at about 100. It's interesting. So it takes approximately 25% longer to sell a home in Roslyn as it does in Clarendon and Ballston. And one thing you need to be careful of, an address recently changed for one of the most popular buildings, 1800 Wilson. It used to fall into 22201 zip code, but since it has changed to 22209, it's very important in your real estate searches that 22209 be included in your listing updates. Otherwise, you're missing out on a building that is pretty popular and was generally considered part of the courthouse neighborhood more than anything, just like Odyssey. So, for what it's worth. Next, we have new pendings under contract. Going back to, this is January, the main thing I want to point out is that the new pendings was down 28%, like right here. And then in February, New pendings down 5%. So what this means is people are buying fewer homes. There are fewer transactions in 22201 than there were a year ago. So I would say the market has slowed down. And then what people often like to focus on the most are prices. And I break this down to help you understand when it comes to real estate, everything is hyper-local to the area, the zip code, the neighborhood, but it's also hyper-local to the price quartile. That is, there may be completely different market trends happening in one price bracket, but if you go down to another price bracket, it's changed. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. And I see already I'm missing an important chart I wanted to show you. For the lower price condos on the orange line, they're pretty flattish. They've gone up a couple percent since a year ago, up and down and back to where they started right here. These are the homes that are like, 350 to 400, that kind of thing. Typically one bedrooms in the core areas of Clarendon. For the next price bracket, they've gone from around 400 to 450. This would be like a bedroom and den or a less expensive 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Clarendon. So those have done pretty well appreciating the last year, that's for sure. And then if you go up to the next bracket, which is often more associated with 2-bedroom, 2-baths, they've gone up from 475 to 525, about 13% the last year. And the statistic that's missing in here, and I apologize, is the upper quartile. And that was going to start here around 825, and it was down to like 750. So completely upside down. It had lost about 15% of value. And my point is, even real estate is hyper-local to the niche price bracket you're in. The trends can be opposite or the same depending on which quartile you're in, etc. So there you go. The big picture on the Arlington condo market is that transactions have slowed down. It's taking longer to buy homes. And the other thing is, and I want to emphasize this again, is inventory. Let's see if I can get that. Here we go. Inventory, here we go, is low. It's 21% lower than a year ago for condos in Clarendon. There is an inventory shortage right now. It is very frustrating for our buyer agents like me and the buyers out there. There's hardly any new listings to see, it seems like. So after your first round, unless you're one of those 20% of the buyers who just did not connect with who gets lucky and connects with a property the first time out, for most people, after that initial showing, you see what's on the market, it's high and dry. There are so few listings coming on the market. I'm not really sure. I think it goes back to the tax credit, and a lot of people just sold their homes a year earlier. Is the best theory I have on it. But with such a low inventory compared to a year ago, and then you go back even further, it's challenging. When the right listing comes up, be prepared to act decisively. You need an agent who you can count on to look you in the eye and say, look, this is the best scenario you can afford for this price, and therefore, if you don't take this, chances are you may have to wait a couple months to get the same scenario or something just as good, but it's not going to be any better. So I'm just letting you know as a consultant, if you don't take this, inherently, because of the price limitation, you're not going to do any better. So you might as well go for it now, or if you want to wait and still learn the market better, that's fine too. But you just need to know this is as good as it gets, and if this fits you, take advantage of it, and let's move decisively. You need to be pre-qualified ahead of time and have an agent by your side you can trust to negotiate and help you beat out competing offers and all the nuances thereof and agent-to-agent relationships and power plays that go on. All right, talk to you soon. Hope to show you some homes.